Let's see.
What's going on? Thank y'all for tuning in with your boys. Full court entertainment as always. GQ Aaron Worthy, GQ Tuesday, Shaky Trail, and Sneaky Sam. Don't trust him. So go on here, Sheldon. Break us down and tell us about Anthony Davis, how amazing he been. Just hop right into that for us.
Davis was like, if he could stay healthy, he could be a top 5 player in the league. He can be a top 5 MVP candidate. With him averaging 30-some points and at least leading the Lakers back to being competitive, because we all know the Lakers like 2-10. We was like, man, they might not make the play-in, playoffs. And everybody was like, Kings is better. They are better than Lakers, Kings. I give them that. But with Anthony Davis' recent play averaging 30, 14, and 2 blocks, bro, he's putting himself right in the top 5 MVP candidate. And I'm loving it. This is the AD. This New Orleans. I love it. And I think he could keep it up. If he could just come back, stay healthy, 10 games, maybe I ain't gonna say 10. I'm gonna say 5. If he could just stay healthy the next 5 games, I think he could keep the recent play up. Why did you say L? Go ahead. Why did you say L?
No, I'm not going now. I'm gonna wait. Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, I got you. So this play right here is what made AD my favorite player in the first place, going back to New Orleans. He is completely dominant on both ends of the court. Offensively, he really doesn't have a weakness. It's actually a good thing he actually shooting less threes because he's able to be more efficient from there. And it gives him more confidence because he's getting all these open and easy baskets at the hoop. And then defensively, he's always been a top 2 or 3 defensive player in the league for me. Over Giannis, over Rudy, over everybody. Just his defensive versatility is unmatched. You can't name too many players in history that's been as good as him defensively when he's at his best and healthy. So, yeah, definitely a top 5 MVP candidate. And this goes back to my point a few videos ago when I said LeBron was robbed because AD was going to have to step up this year, and so far he has.
Okay, go on ahead,
Trail. I agree with you guys on the defensive end and the offensive end, but I cannot relate to you guys saying that he's a top 5 MVP candidate. Only because their Lakers are not they don't have that many wins, and they could do way better. I expected them to be good because they got LeBron and AD, but the beginning of the year they was a little shaky, but it looks like they're getting back on track. Like every team LeBron always get. They always have a bumpy start, They always lose a couple games, but they somehow always fix that. But if AD play healthy this whole season, then I wouldn't have a problem having him a top 5 candidate at all.
Okay, let me ask you this: is this AD how he's playing now better than Russell Westbrook his MVP season?
This AD is way better because he got way better. He's more of a presence than Westbrook, bro. He has a defensive presence in the paint, and people be scared to go down there. Westbrook, I know he was a great defender. Well, he was a great
that year. The Thunder, I think, were the 6th seed. So if AD can lead the Lakers to at least the 6th seed, would you say he has a legitimate shot at MVP? Based off you just saying that he's playing better than Russ did at that point.
Yeah.
Did he say that? I didn't hear him say that.
No, he said AD is playing better than Russ was that MVP season. He just said that.
I mean, yeah, he is playing a little bit better than, but Westbrook averaged a triple-double. That's hard to beat. You really can't compare them because they're both not in the same position, but,
I'm saying just overall impact on the game, on wins and losses. Would you say AD is having a higher impact than just playing overall better?
But if we go by the recent 10 games, you can say he's top 5. You can even put him at number 5, but just from the last 10 games, not overall, but just from the last 10, AD is a top 5. The only person I would say he's tied with, I guess, is maybe Ja. Because you still got Booker in there, Luka, Jason Tatum, Giannis.
Shea.
Then you can put who?
Shea if they can string together some wins
Shea won't
and
win
have a
MVP, bro.
respectable
I
record.
love
Shea and
Shea,
AD in the same
but
position
Shea
though.
won't win MVP. It's not gonna happen. But I would put him in the the top five, not the top five, but in the five category with Josh, Shea, and AD. I'll put him in there though, but he won't win. We know he won't win. Nothing, no offense to him.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about putting AD in it. I think he's sitting at 6. I think he's sitting at 6, honestly. I'm gonna say AD performance it's been good. It's been amazing. Like with the small sample size that we've gotten, we've gotten the AD him living up to like the potential, and especially with all this praise of like he's talented, he's this, and we it's been 2 seasons, it's been 2 years since we've gotten to see that talent actually pay off and be anything. And I just want to iterate, what Shaquille O'Neal said. Like, I'm not finna clap for a fish swimming. He's been supposed to be in this. The season is not a 10, 25, 8-game season. This is an 82-game season. I'm not going to clap for something that he's been supposed to do. You're supposed to produce. You're supposed to keep going out there and proving it. We wear Nike, like Drake said, because it's not about doing it once. It's about doing it again and just doing it again and again and again. It's too early. It's too early to give him, MVP praises. Yeah, Lakers back. They're 6 seed. No, it's not. They haven't earned that yet. We love them. They're the number one franchise in the NBA. We love them like the Cowboys, but it's too early for me to give him that. I'm gonna say he's right on track. He's 6 for MVP because looking at, I agree with the NBA. I agree with the NBA ranking. At 5 they have Book. 4 they have Giannis. They got Jokic still. They got Luka, and then you got Tatum. So you got 2 people tied at 2, and AD. These guys are winning. These guys are winning. Luka team isn't even, the Lakers team is worse than the Mavs, and Luka is still going out there winning. And the Lakers looking good. They just lost to Cleveland, and they lost to the somebody else too. But I don't know. I'm talking too much. AD, no, it's too soon. It's too soon to just. It's more games to be played. Keep going.
If we're being honest, Luka is in the MVP race because he's just putting up OP numbers. Like, let's just say he averaged 23, like 6, 7 boards and probably 4 assists. I think he wouldn't be in there. But since he's averaging 30 and 8 and 8, I think that's why they put him in there. Because they've been average. They won the last like couple of games, 3 games, but they've been average. They've been average as hell. So he just got remember yesterday, Shondell, we was like, no, we was just talking about the All-Star, and we was like, being an All-Star, you have to put up OP numbers. That's why Luka in there, because he's just putting up OP numbers. But they're not really, it's not like they gone on like a 5-game win streak. They just been average. All them other teams, they've been winning. The Celtics have really been winning. The Nuggets, they winning, but they above a little bit. But I think they probably better than the Mavericks. Book in there just because the Suns are first, but he is putting up good numbers. I give you that. He is putting up good numbers.
I think yeah. When you just think about like Luka, it's like Luka came out the gate. He came out the gate sprinting, and he ain't slowed down yet. AD came out the gate stumbling. I'm not gonna just get like, yeah, he's making up ground now, but he hasn't made up enough ground to pass them up. And go ahead. I know other people have things to say.
Anything you got to say, Aaron?
What was it, last year or the year before? Jokic came out slow. He wasn't doing anything spectacular. He was just being him, and then he picked up steam. Luka last year started off slow, picked up steam. He didn't win it, but still he was getting consideration. So there's no reason why AD can't do the same thing going into this year. But we'll see as the season goes on, like you said, Shondell, if he can keep up this level of dominance. And if he can, and they have a respectable record, and let's say 4, 5, and 6 seed, yeah, there's no reason why he can't have an actual shot, depending on how ridiculous the Celtics are at that point record-wise. And if Tatum keeps this up, then yeah, he should be MVP, but we'll see.
I will say this. If AD stays low-key healthy, I think they will put him in the top 3. He's not going to put up 30-something every night. We know that. He's not going to put up 30-something every night. But if he can put up reasonable numbers, really good numbers, throughout the whole season, I think they'll put it because they only give 3. You only be considered for 3 MVPs. If you 4 and 5, that really don't matter. But I think if he stays healthy, he will probably be number 3. But we're only 20 some games in. It's just a wait and see.
Well,
I think the Lakers.
Go ahead, Jer. Go ahead, Jer.
I think the Lakers should still be like protective with him. Like, I still think the injury bug is just too much with AD. It's too consistent for him.
We don't got
So they
time
just
for
need
that.
to be calm. They need to calm down sometimes and let him sit out a few games. Because I'm a Lakers fan. I don't want to see AD hurt again, bro.
They can't risk it. They can't risk it. Just like they dropped too many games already. Like we're early in the season. You drop games like this in the West, it's hard to make up for. It's real hard.
I mean,
to
they
make up
not
for.
that far
LeBron done
gone
the
now.
40.
They not that far.
LeBron
They
done
not
the
that far down now. I think like they're only like 2 games. I know they only 2 games out the play-in, so they not. It's not like they at the bottom with like Houston and all them. But they only like
Right now,
2 games back. I think something like
I
that.
think they're 3 games. They're 3 games.
Okay,
back
yeah, they just 3 games back of the play-in.
So let me say, sitting in the play-in right now from 7th, you got the Mavs at 13 and 11. At 8th, you got the Trailblazers 13-11. 9th, you got the Clippers at 14 and 12. 10th, you got the Warriors at 13 and 13, and then 11 right in front of them. Well, you got 2 teams in front. You got the Timberwolves at 12 and 12, OKC at 11 and 14, and the Lakers at 10 and 14. So they got a few teams ahead of them today. These teams that's down here at the bottom, man, you can't drop games if you want to pass them.
I think they can make it. It's just they got to keep playing well. AD has to stay healthy. LeBron has to just do what he got to do. Westbrook brings consistency off the bench. They can be decent. Now in the beginning,
They should
obviously
have
we
won
said this team
yesterday, man.
trash.
They should have won yesterday.
How was they gonna win with no AD and Bron? How was that gonna happen?
I just felt like they could have won if they would have. Westbrook could have played in the starting lineup, but
Yeah, they wasn't for the win.
They won. They
don't have enough.
Don't even do that. Don't even do that.
I mean, they facing the 76ers tomorrow. Yeah, I think they got enough to beat them.
Healthy? If Bron and AD healthy, I think they can.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have Tyrese Maxey, and Harden just came back, and he look a little slow coming back off injury. He's been out for a month, but I mean, we know James Harden gonna pick it up. That might be the game he plays really well. But I mean, if AD can show, if he can drop another 30 bomb, I think we got a chance. I think we got a chance of beating the Sixers.
If LeBron only play, I believe they're gonna lose.
I might
if
go with
only
that.
LeBron play, they're gonna lose.
I think AD and Bron playing tomorrow. I think they playing tomorrow. So.
I mean, AD could probably still be sick, so he got like the flu, so that don't clear up too fast.
Yeah, right.
But I definitely think though, like right now MVP, he at 6. He really at 7 because it's 2 people tied for 2, but he like at 7. But right now, Jason Tatum the clear MVP. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think I put him at 7. I just said he's tied for like Shea and like I put Ja in there. I put him in there in like the Jokic. I put them all in there in the same category, but whoever you want to put 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. I think he's in there though. But but in the last 10 games, he's been a top 5 player, and he's been a top 5 player in the league. You can't say he hasn't been a top 5 player the last 10 games. We're not going off the first 10 games. We're just going off the last 10. He's definitely been a top 5 player.
Top 5?
Hell yeah. The last 10 games, hell yeah. Not overall, but just the last 10 games. Yeah,
last 10 games, he's been the best player in the league.
All right, so
he's been a top 5 player.
Yeah, speaking of top 5, we got top 5 point guards, and Sheldon, you asked in a group chat. You said is Tyrese Haliburton the top 5 point guard? Go ahead and just tell us. Is he? Tell us.
Please elaborate on that.
Yeah, he is. I remember. Aaron and Shondell both said this to me separately. They said he like the next Chris Paul. They said they ain't seen somebody like this is Chris Paul. Bro, he averages double-digit assists. I think he's the only player in the league that averaged double-digit assists. Bro,
Harden was averaging double digits, but he got it.
Yeah, his style of play is different from Harden and Westbrook and Luka. Like it's completely different. I've never seen somebody like this score this consistently with this level of assists. It might be more consistent scorer than Chris Paul back when he was younger. Chris Paul was a dog, but he wasn't scoring like this with the assists. Not
And he
yet.
got a
Tyrese
way
got some
weaker
height on
team.
him, though.
And he
Got
got a
some
way
height on
weaker
him, though.
team too. He only got one. Miles Turner's a good player. Buddy Hield decent. Mathurin, he's a rookie, but he been playing okay.
You naming
That's
some
it.
hitters. You naming some hitters, though.
Yes.
That team, bro. But do we think they're gonna still be good by the end of the regular season though?
13 and
think they
12
are.
right now,
I
sitting
think
at
they're gonna
6.
stay. I think they're gonna stay good.
I
they're gonna still
think
play
they may
good.
make they probably be the bottom of the standings. They might not miss. I don't think they're missing the playoffs.
You think they fight for play-in?
Play-in?
They
I
fight
think
for
for
it.
sure.
They fight for it, but
play-in.
won't make it, or they just have a small little chance of making it.
If Tyrese stay healthy, if their whole team stay healthy, Miles Turner stay healthy, they're gonna make it.
I'll say this: if the rumor's true that the Bulls finna trade DeRozan, I think they win. I think they win the Bulls spot that the Bulls have for the playoffs or the play-in. I think if the Bulls, if they go for that soft rebuild, move Zach or DeRozan, it open up the door for the Pacers, because right now they might hold on to Miles Turner. They might not trade him.
Hey, but I do feel like he top 5 though, man. Like, you got to put Luka at number 1. You got to put Steph. You got to put,
Shea.
y'all can put Josh, Shea, Tyrese 3, 4, 5. It really don't matter. But I put Ja at number 3, then I had SGA, and then I put Tyrese at number 5. But he right there behind them 3, honestly. But at number 5, I'm cool with that. Yeah, I think he is.
I mean, you said also that is he the best person coming out of the 2020 draft too? Because he was drafted at number 12 by the King.
Yeah. So it was Anthony Edwards getting all the hype and LaMelo Ball, but 3 years later, Tyrese has caught up to him, if not surpassed him. I think he might be, if not tied with Anthony Edwards, because LaMelo, he's just been injured. We haven't even seen him. And he's made no progress on the defensive end at all. So he's in that Russ category, just triple-double threat and puts on the show. But as far as on the court impact, yeah, I think Tyrese might have him. And like I say, he might be better than Anthony Edwards too.
I think I put him at 3. Like, looking at this draft class, number 1, you had Anthony Edwards. 2, you got Wiseman. He out of there. 3, you got LaMelo. 4, Patrick Williams. 5, Isaac Okoro. 6, Okonwu. 7, Killian Hayes. 8, Toppin. And then just jump to Tyrese at 12.
That draft sucked. That draft was terrible, bro.
Oh my God, Obi Toppin was 8. Shit.
Yep.
They don't play him though. They don't. He's good. He's good.
I'm telling, bro. I know we can't go off of I know you can only go off college, but if you watched him that year in college, he was really good. But they don't play him enough. I think he could be decent if he get at least 30 minutes a game, but he's not gonna get that with Tom Thibodeau. He's not.
Yeah, they talking about getting him out of there for coaching.
I think he could be decent, but Obi Toppin at 8 at that time, I think he should have gone a little bit lower. But after what he won the Player of the Year award that year, I wasn't upset or nothing that they picked him because he was good. He was good at Dayton.
Yeah, Tyrese Maxey at 21.
It's only probably 5, 6 good players in that draft, decent. It's only probably 6. I think Devin Vessel in that draft, he decent. You just said Maxey, he good. Tyrese good. Then you got LaMelo, and then
I wouldn't put Tyrese over Edwards because Edwards accomplished a little bit more than him. That's all I'm gonna say.
What is Edwards done? All he did
he
was
revamped the Timberwolves.
All he did was go to the playoffs.
No, he's the reason that the Timberwolves are revamped. He did that. It wasn't Cat. It wasn't Wiggins. It was Anthony Edwards. He revamped them.
He's the reason they're relevant right now.
Yeah. Was Wiggins on that team when Edwards got there?
He was traded. He was traded. But I'm talking about the reason, the reason that the Timberwolves became relevant and actually they could be a dark horse. It was Edwards. He has superstar potential. But I still put Tyrese at number 3. I'm gonna put Tyrese at 3 and Maxey right at 4. Edwards, LaMelo, Tyrese, Maxey.
I'm not going LaMelo over Tyrese. I'm sorry.
What you putting?
I will get Edwards at 1, Tyrese at 2, LaMelo at 3.
Maxey at 4?
Maxey at 4 for sure. Probably put Maxey over LaMelo because LaMelo been injured.
Ooh, hot take.
It's It's only an ankle injury. That just means they don't want to play him.
Yeah,
It ain't that serious.
basically.
I mean,
It's only an
LaMelo,
ankle.
but if you think about it, LaMelo been good since he came in the league. I mean, it's only been 3 years, but he's been good. It took Maxey. He got in that
It was
playoff series against the Hawks.
With that Jimmy, right?
He got it, huh?
No, he wasn't there with Jimmy. That was
But he was there, and they was thinking about trading him. But the Sixers said, "No, we gonna keep him." Then he got some minutes against the Hawks in the playoffs. Then he started playing. He started playing good. Then this year he took the next step. LaMelo been good since he came out. Edwards, I don't think he was real. I think he was I think he was like decent or okay, like his rookie year, but he wasn't like how he is now.
What you ranking him? What you ranking him, Dan? The four people. What you ranking him?
I probably put LaMelo 1, then Edwards, then Tyrese Haliburton. Even though Tyrese showed last year, obviously he was decent even when he was on the Kings. That 1 year, then a half a year, then he gets traded. It's just when he got traded, it's like his full potential kind of unlocked. So,
look,
but he was still good on the Kings, though. He was still good. I
wouldn't want to play for Sacramento anyway.
Well, no, just think about this in regards to the Knicks drafts. They could have potentially had a team with Steph Curry and Tyrese Haliburton. They had a chance to draft both of them. Just imagine what that team would look like.
Porzingis too.
Yes, with Porzingis, man, it's crazy. It absolutely crazy.
Now, I always said management something up with them, man. They can't draft right, bro. I ain't gonna lie, the best draft pick I've seen the Knicks is probably Porzingis, and that was Phil Jackson. And Phil Jackson was terrible. He was a terrible GM. He was a terrible GM.
Yes,
he was terrible.
Porzingis was the best draft pick since Pat.
That's a long time ago.
Yes,
and then probably third is probably Gallinari.
That's
oh my God. What a
bro, I'm telling you, G, that management upstairs, bro, they be tripping, bro. And remember, and I think I told Shondell, I think it was in the summertime, there was Mitchell Robinson. They said this is the first Knick since whoever to get a second contract with the Knicks. That means all these first round picks that they have never got a second contract with the Knicks. How is that possible? How is that possible?
They fucked it up with Porzingis, man. They was booing him and shit. They didn't even give him a chance.
No, Porzingis ain't want to be there because he knew they was garbage. He knew they was garbage.
Man, but they disrespected that man, bro.
He knew they was garbage. He knew they was garbage, and he didn't want to be there. He's probably the first player I've seen that probably has happened long time ago, but a player that's in his rookie deal to basically ask for a trade. I've never seen. Usually rookies stay with their team. Usually get that second deal. He never stayed. He left. He asked for a trade and he got traded.
They didn't even believe in him for real.
I think they did believe in him. It's just he just knew that team was garbage.
I'm talking about the fans.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this week, watching the games and everything, the games that stood out to me. I'm going to say yesterday, the Celtics, how they blew the Suns out. That right there was a statement game that we are them boys polished. That game says so much. When you give them time and players time to develop, learn to play with each other, they buy in. They well polished. I'm not going to hold you. I cannot forget. I used to be one of the people man, they should just trade for Jaylen Brown. It don't work. They can't play next to each other. That was a game right there. They blew them boys out. And
they had 80 and a half, I believe.
That's crazy.
67 in the second quarter.
Third quarter, it was in the third quarter they had 80 points. I was like, whoa.
That's crazy. I feel like we have all said they should trade Jaylen Brown, but I know I've said it. I was like, they don't fit. It's just they're just two players that don't fit, but just on the same team. But I feel like since basically of January of this year, they are finding out they fit together. They're finding out they can fit together as a team, as a dynamic duo in the league, and that's why they're the best in the league. What you say, Trey?
Even though they almost traded Brown for KD.
I ain't gonna lie, I still would have did it. Me personally, I still would have did it. I still would have traded Jaylen Brown. I would have did it.
I wouldn't have did it.
I wanted them to trade Tatum instead of Brown because I like Brown a little bit better.
Bro, I'm telling you, I'll say this: if you ask them who they like better, they would say they love Jason Tatum more than Jaylen Brown. But Jason Tatum. But you got to think about it though. Jason Tatum, since he's come in the league, he's always won. He's always made the playoffs and always made it at least far. I think he got bounced in the first. I think one time that was that year Jaylen Brown ain't play against the Nets, and that's when they had James Harden, KD, Kyrie. They got bounced in the first round. But Jason, they love him. He's the best player on that team, and he's been successful ever since. Bro, he almost beat LeBron to go to the finals in his rookie year. That's crazy.
I remember that.
He took Bron to Game 7, and it took Bron to basically carry that team
And
just to get past him. And he dunked on Bron. Yeah, dunked on him
with confidence too.
So, you know what? And when Jaylen Brown was there, they really wasn't, when it was like Jaylen Brown, Isaiah Thomas, and all of them, they were decent, but they weren't this.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I would say the most surprising game to me yesterday was the Pelicans game. It's not because of anything that happened in the game. It's because with that win, I believe that put them at the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, which is absolutely crazy to think about. I think they're tied with the Suns or they're the outright number 1 seed. And nobody would have seen that
game up or full game. Half game up or full game. Something like that.
They're half game up.
Like I believe most people thought that they would at least make the playoffs, maybe even the play-in, but to be the number with injuries, with Brandon Ingram being out for a little bit, Zion being in and out, Alvarado just getting hurt, I think a couple of days ago. Yeah, so if they are healthy going into the playoffs, and if they click on all cylinders, they may be a dark horse to get to the conference finals. I don't see them getting to the finals and definitely not winning it. But if Zion and Brandon Ingram are clicking on all cylinders with CJ too,
man,
they may be able to.
I had them 7. I had them 7 in my standings before the season started. I had them 7.
We all knew they were going to be really good, though. We all knew that they were going to be a high seed.
Yep,
they got the roster. They got the roster for it.
I don't know about a high seed, but I think we knew they would be good.
Right.
But I don't know about like top 4 or top 6. I ain't gonna say all that because I never thought that. I thought they'd be 7.
Me neither.
What surprised me? What game was more surprising to me was that Jazz versus Warriors game, man.
That was crazy.
That game really showed me that the Warriors probably need some help. Even if they should have beat that Jazz team. They should have beat the Jazz team. They don't have marketing. They should have beat that Jazz team. Their defense wasn't good. I get that they didn't have Draymond. I get they didn't have Steph. But they had Clay and Poole. They should have won that. They should have won that game.
You said something in the group chat. You said, Sheldon, you right. They need to play them. Talk about that, Trey. What you play who?
I love the way that Kuminga was playing yesterday. Kuminga was very, very aggressive yesterday. So Steve Kerr do need to play these players. He definitely need to let them develop. Why he don't do it, I don't know. But
I think Wiseman.
Kuminga played 30. Oh, he had 24.
Wiseman played 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Wiseman
24,
played
5,
5 minutes.
and 4.
And he came off the bench.
But, see, but why they need to get more minutes though when everybody's starting, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, and I know we can all say this. Who is Lamb? Who is that guy? Who is he?
I have no idea who he was. He came out of nowhere.
How is he getting more minutes over Moody and Kuminga?
The only Lamb I know is Jeremy Lamb. I didn't know it was somebody else with Lamb in the league with that last name. So
Come on, bro.
I thought you were talking about Jeremy Lamb at first. So.
No, bro, they gotta play at least 20-some minutes, bro. I know James Wiseman just came back. He only played 5 minutes, but I mean, he at least gotta play, I'd say at least 10 to 15 off his first game, but not 5 minutes.
Man, when I was watching that game yesterday, Kuminga looked real aggressive, man. Real aggressive. He was making all his shots. He was posting up. He was being real aggressive. He was dunking on people too. He was doing everything.
He was 10 for 13.
Bro, now bro. Now in a game like this, when you're resting them, why are JaMychal Green and Ty Jerome starting over Moody and Kuminga in basically a wasteless game? I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
It's got to be something Steve Kerr is seeing in practice. That's the only thing I can think of. They not being aggressive or something, or they not developing how Steve Kerr thought they would.
Man, you say that though. I did see an article on when Wiseman, like his progress when he was down there in the G League. He didn't do so well. He didn't like it was. He's gonna go down there and dominate. It's gonna be easy. It wasn't that. He wasn't really. He was average. He was average. He still was making like mistakes. His defensive IQ didn't get better. And I mean, I think y'all may be right when we said like, yeah, I think it was Sheldon. You said it was like he just has to get in the game, or the only way he's going to get better is getting in the game, because the G League, it didn't do anything for him. He needs to get better against his competition. Iron shopping iron.
He averaged, I think, a double-double in the G League. Bro, that don't show me nothing. Of course, you should average a double-double in the G League. But I think if you get the minutes, if you can get, I'm not saying he's gonna get that, instantly, but if he can get at least 20-some minutes, I think he can get at least 10 and 10 with 25 minutes. But like Aaron said, something in practice he don't like with them, and I think they just need to play a little bit more.
I think Steve Kerr just like to do the small ball thing.
I don't even think that shit, bro. I think he just don't. Like Shondell and Aaron said, they just haven't developed yet. But I mean, like I've always said about James Wiseman, he played half his rookie season, missed all of last year, barely playing his third year. How are you going to develop if you're not playing? Kuminga and Moody the same way. They barely played, honestly, last year. They barely played in their rookie years. And now they're barely playing now. They only get ticked when it's basically when the starters rest.
It's still early. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was about to say it's still early, but at this point, Wiseman might be one of the biggest busts in NBA history from where he was drafted. So
I ain't going that far.
It's definitely Anthony.
That's why I said it's early. But at this point, though, he could be working towards it. Maybe to no fault of his own. Who knows? He may need to be traded and put in a better situation. We'll see.
Yeah, I think.
Because what has he done? He was the number 2 pick. He was the number 2 pick.
Hey, put him on the Mavericks with Luka.
I'm trading JaVale McGee for James Wiseman.
I'll do it. They love JaVale McGee when he was on the Warriors. They probably do it. I wouldn't be surprised if they do something like that. Would they though? Probably not. But they could. Put James Wiseman with a player like Luka. Luka might he might unlock that potential out of him.
Again, and about Luka, man, he been cussing his teammates out, man. I be seeing that shit on the court, bro. He be cussing them out.
Wouldn't you?
I mean, hey, look who we got.
Yeah. I want to say this though, like about like the Celtics though. Like I think that like. Because I, grew up, Bulls fan, because that we all from Chicago. But I think like the Celtics, I think their organization showed like a lot of other organizations that it takes time to build, like for players to develop and get a groove and come up with each other. That is not always about just instantly winning or trading for somebody else. And I think about like the contrast to like KD. And I think about like LeBron with it. So these 3 things, like LeBron, you get like he's great enough to, if you put the pieces around him, you put the shooters around him, you give him a big, he's gonna work with it. They don't have to be the best. He'll make one of them an all-star. Maybe you give him a good solid Robin. Now with KD, it's like he kind of more like, so ever since like he went to Golden State. He's chasing to create super teams and make overwhelming talent to just win. But when you look at like teams like the Celtics or like the Bucks or like the Suns, they create teams that's like, everyone on this roster isn't super crazy amazing, but it makes up for the things that my superstar can't do. And I think the Celtics, I think they've created an amalgamation of that is just amazing to look at. Like, they have shooters, they got inside, like Al Horford, like Sheldon, you called it. You say he gonna always do his thing every year, and I'm just like, he doing the same thing as LeBron. Father Time ain't caught him yet. And I just think about like organizations, like they need to they get so caught up in trying to make superstar teams instead of just like, hey, look, man, I'm gonna get you Jay Crowder. He play defense, he hit shots. You need that. I think organizations need to take heed to that instead of trying to trade and create superstar teams. Like, give these players time to develop with each other and make up the pieces.
I believe that. And you know,
So
it's funny.
basically,
Real quick, it's funny because four of they good players, they all got drafted. Tatum, Brown, Smart, and Williams. They all got drafted, and they all,
Grant
like
Williams
Shondell
too.
said,
Oh,
yeah, Grant Williams too. Yep, Grant Williams. Forgot about him. Yep, all five of them have all, like Shondell said, they've all developed, and look at them now. And another quick thing. Sports books knew something, because I remember in the summer I was like, why are the Celtics the first to win the championship? They knew something, bro. Because it's like, how are you the number one team to win the championship and you lost and it wasn't the Warriors? I don't know how they knew that, but they knew something. That's it. That's all.
because they got more depth.
Trey, what you
They
about to
got
say?
Rocketberg. I was gonna say basically, KD needs a Batman and LeBron needs a Robin. That was all I was gonna say.
Dirty. Aaron?
In regards to what? The
No,
Celtics?
just about anything you want to say.
No, I've actually said everything I had to say for today. I actually do have to get up. So, everybody, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all later.
Quick picks.
All right.
Peace.
Peace out, Aaron.
What about these quick picks, fellas?
There's only 3 games.
Yeah, 3 games. Yeah, come on, 3 games. Let's pull this up right quick.
It's 2 good games.
Yeah,
it's 2 good, decent games.
So we got the Clippers and the Heat, Rockets and the Spurs, Nuggets and the Trailblazers. That Nuggets and Trailblazer, that's gonna do something for the standings. That's gonna do something. Go ahead, Trail. Who you got winning between the Clippers and the Heat?
I got Clippers. Clippers winning tonight.
You know, the sportsbook got them as the underdog.
They know
Clippers
something
winning
because they don't know if they're gonna play or not. Kawhi might not
Clippers
play.
winning tonight. Kyle Lowry resting. Jimmy Butler not playing either. Clippers winning.
I thought he was questionable. I thought Jimmy was questionable.
I don't think he's gonna play. If even then though, I still got Clippers. Clippers too deep.
If Kawhi and PG play Clippers, but who knows? They might rest them off this back to back, especially when they was in a battle with the Magic yesterday and lost.
Yeah, keep that. I'm going with the Clippers. Like, even if the Heat haven't been that good, I think it's come to an end. We're seeing like the no name All Stars. I think it's done. I don't think the team is good enough to compete anymore.
That's crazy because I had the Heat at number 5, and that's only because I felt like it's just the Heat. It's like you had to put them in there for preseason standings, and it's like I've always said, I was like, bro, what do the Heat do? Like, what have they done like this past offseason to improve their team? Like, I felt they didn't do nothing. They didn't do anything.
Well, they was injured that whole last year, bro. They was injured that whole last year.
What they got to do with them improving their team?
They just got Oladipo back at the end of the season,
bro. Don't start with Oladipo, bro. Don't do that. But what does
he want to be a singer?
But what did they do to improve their team, bro?
They didn't make any move. Them or the Bucks. They didn't do anything.
They didn't do anything.
And they lost PJ Tucker too.
You can't do that in the NBA. You have to constantly be doing something. So Rockets and the Spurs. Sheldon, who you going with?
I'm going with the Spurs. I think they got stop that losing streak, bro. I think they lost like 11 games.
Don't you live in Houston?
What they got to do in anything, bro? That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. I think they've They lost like 11 in a row or something like that, bro. You got to win at one point. You can't ever. Yeah.
I'm going Rockets because the Rockets have been looking like they locked in, man. And Jalen Green been real good.
Bro, they're
I'm going
7-17,
Rockets.
bro. They're garbage.
I'm going Rockets.
But they better than the Spurs.
I'm going Rockets too.
And Jakob not playing either.
Hey, but they gotta win, bro. They gotta win. Bro, 11
They gotta
games.
win one game, but they
11 games. 11 losing streak.
They do for a win. I mean, it got to be tonight.
They do for winning. This might be the game.
But watch that game not be today.
All right, so the
You
best
probably
game
still
on the
watch
slate.
it though. Don't you got a player plan? You probably watch it. I know you gonna watch it. Yeah, you're gonna watch it.
Best game on the slate. We got Nuggets and Trailblazers. I'm going with the Trailblazers.
Might have to agree with you, buddy. Yeah, I might have to agree. Blazers at the crib. Ain't gonna lie, they've been kind of losing too. And
I'm going Nuggets.
Yeah, Nuggets.
I'm going Nuggets. It's just Jokic's just too much for them, bro. Jokic's just too fucking much.
I mean, you can go either one. I feel like they'll pick them. They'll pick them. I feel like you can go either way. But I'll go with Sean. I'm with the Blazers.
And did y'all catch that Dallas Nuggets game?
I think I went to sleep and I saw they won by a point.
It was like a ridiculous game of Jokic and Luka just going off. Just like different style points on each end.
I saw that
Jokic
one.
do a raw ass pass, and then you'll see Luka do a raw ass pass.
That raw ass pass to Christian Wood.
Imagine seeing that on the same team, bro.
It won't happen.
That would be.
They don't need to do that.
Man, bro.
They don't need, bro.
You need to put around screeners. You need to put people that fucking run around. Like if Luka had a Ray Allen, that's what he needs. He needs somebody that's constantly running around and that can hit shots at 42%, 41% shooter, 3-point. If he had that, and
Tim Hardaway looking like he getting back on track. Bro.
I was just about to say. I was just saying. Tim Hardaway been playing really decent lately, but he's not going to keep that up. Obviously, he won't keep that up. And Tim Hardaway can't save the Mavericks, so they need to.
Always been a good scorer, though.
Yeah, he always been a good scorer, but he can't. He's never consistent though. Even when he was on the Knicks and the Hawks, he was decent. He was decent on them teams, but
I always picked his ass up out of free agency. Like for this last year, I dropped him like 3 times, picked him back up.
Hey, with that being said, and we finished up picking everything. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. As always, it's episode 20, I believe. So hey, make sure 19. You like.
This is 19. Yep.
Episode 19. I'm getting ahead of myself.
We're in week 20, but it's episode 19.
For sure. Like, subscribe, TikTok, Instagram. We on all of them. All right. Catch y'all guys later.
Catch you later.